Crazy Troll Nation. I'm going to wipe the screen off again. I did just wipe it off. Excuse me for a moment. Probably hearing some ambient noises in the background. I got fans on, y'all. It is 85 outside and it is 90 in here. So I have a little fan here blowing on me from this side and my oscillating fan over there oscillating. I just refuse right now to turn on my air conditioner because Mother Nature's being bipolar and it'll be cold again in a couple days. So thank you for being here. I'm gonna go ahead and do the intro. We're doing the 1990s look, and it's not gonna look like what you think it may look like. One of the pictures I saw, um, it didn't appear she had eyeshadow on. Hey, Alexandria. The makeup was minimal. You can see bronzer, blush, and highlighter, but she had a gold glitter draping, and that was it for the makeup. And so that's what we're going to do today. And when I do look up period looks, and we're in the 1990s tonight, I do try to find one that isn't typical Hey Grace, meaning something that's different from the mainstream at that time. And this was because it's kind of editorial, and that's what drew me to it, because it was different than just, you know, a certain color story on the eyelid. I'm putting away brushes that I washed, that I used from the last live stream. I just washed them and cleaned all that stuff last night, well, actually this morning. So yeah, I'm hot, both in a sexy way and not in a sexy way, because this is hot. But we're gonna jump into this face, and we should breeze through it. And I said that the last live, and we were here over 2 hours, so I'm just like, I apologize for that. So what did we do? I forget what we did. I do so many live streams, I don't know what I did on what day or what. We're going to, which might be a mistake, we're going to use this palette again, Makeup Forever HD Skin Face Essentials palette. So this will be our base for our contour, bronzer, blush, and highlighter. And y'all, why did I hit pan in this one and in that one? Y'all see that little hole in the middle? I was like, excuse me. Okay, so I am a little concerned about my cream products because I didn't turn my AC on yet, and it's warm in here. And how they say keep your makeup in the cool, dry place. It's hot in here. It's getting hot in here. Yeah, it is hot. And so I am kind of concerned for my cream makeup products, like for real, for real. Oh, but you know what? It is what it is. We're going to use the Natasha Denona Glam palette. As I said, it didn't look like she had eye makeup on, so we're just going to just put this, excuse me for the glare, all over the lid. And of course, I first picked up the Natasha Denona Eye Sculpt Texture palette, because that's the one I usually pick just for a shade. But I said, let me just take this one, because I haven't used this in a while. And yeah, we're going to use House Lab stuff after we set the face, after we use the Makeup Forever. And we're going to finish off with this Hourglass Volume 2 palette. Let me wipe the screen again, because I'm seeing little light auras from when I hold up certain things. But alright, I have out my mixing medium here from Mayron. I don't have a gold glitter yet. I don't even know if I'm going to get one. This is Precious Gem Powder, and the shade is Topaz. And so we're going to use this instead of the glitter, even though I could use a silver glitter, but we're going to use this one. And I have my tray out that we used in the last live stream. And so that's what we're going to be using today. Regular stuff on the face as usual. And yeah, so we're just going to jump right into it. I'm not even going to do my brows today. Her brows were very natural, and it didn't look like she had anything done. Some people just have just, you know, cool brows. And I kind of think mine would have been if I would have just tweezed like the extra hairs under here instead of over tweezing my tail off. But hello, lovely Joe. We're doing a 1990s look, and she did a gold glitter draping with that. And so I did trim my brows the morning that I cut my hair. And so when I brush them up, you see how there's no extra long hairs. when I brush them up, if there's long hairs, I'll just trim it. I have a small pair of curved scissors, and so I'll just trim whatever is up here. So this is what I mean when I say my brows are already just like trimmed and short. And I do see a couple actually. And so I'll kind of brush over this way. And then I trim, and then I brush down. And whatever hairs are down here, I'll just trim along this line. And so that's why my brows don't need a lot of work on a natural day, because this is what they're gonna look like. So we're not even gonna do the brows, but I am really gonna try and be quick, I promise you, because it's warm. And I did manage yesterday. It was like 90 outside yesterday, and it went up to like 87 inside. So I'm like, fans are blowing on me, and I was just trying to keep cool as possible, and I managed. And so I'm like, oh, but I can tell you now, I don't know how long I'm gonna hold off. I don't know how long I'm gonna hold off, but it is supposed to get a little bit cooler in a few days, and so we'll see. This was the, as usual, City Beauty brightening eye cream. But yes, it is warm outside and warm in here, but I refuse right now to put my AC on. And so this is further evidence of what I've been saying from my experience, that winter is getting longer and spring is getting shorter, because we went from 50 something to now it's like the 90s. Where's spring? Oh, thank you. Oh, wait a minute, I missed somebody. One of a kind guy J. Thank you for the floating heart. I was looking to see if I missed saying hi to you. Hello, one of a kind. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the floating heart. I'm also concerned that my makeup is probably going to melt off, because I'm not. And you see it glistening, I'm sweating. Sweat. But the fan on me does feel good. I have a small table fan. It doesn't oscillate. Well, I have quite a few fans. 1, 2, 3. I have 5 fans. But this one does not oscillate, but it does tilt. That one goes where I go. Hey, Tanya. So wherever if I'm in my bathroom, I take that one in the bathroom. If I'm sitting here, I bring it over here. If I'm cleaning in the kitchen, I put it on the countertop. So this is my my apartment travel fan. I just refuse right now. Yeah, I have 5 fans. So hopefully my makeup won't melt off. So why are we going to be using cream products? Because I'm weird and I don't always make sense. So I do have everything in front of me that I want to use, but as far as I know, I'm going to go in with, actually too, we're going to spray this barrier spray. Is it going to work though with this fan blowing on me? I don't know. Let's see. This is from Mayron. It's not that bad when I spray far enough away. The first few times I used it, I was like, and then it got my eyes. But I put that on in the hopes that it will help my makeup stay on my face. Okay, primer. I didn't even do the intro. Let's do the intro. Hello again and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why do I call it that? The crazy, knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you have to use a certain brand, a certain technique, or a certain tool because that's what they're telling you have to use in whatever video that you are watching. I'm here to tell you. Use whatever you want to, however you want to, using whatever tools you have to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, but never feeling like we have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. That's what the Crazy Troll Nation motto is. That's what we stand for. That's what we live by. Love yourself, rock whatever you want to rock, and rock it with confidence. And so 2 tidbits about me. Sometimes I curse because sometimes I curse. And there's an organism named Bruce that lives in my throat that likes to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch in videos and in particular live streams. And I did just have my breakfast, not my usual. I had an Envy apple with some Gouda cheese and some water. So Bruce may or may not make an appearance, but that's where we are. Hey Tanya, did I say hi to you already? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Oh, all right, let's powder this. No, we're not going to powder that down yet because we're going to, I kind of don't even want to, this is too hot. Take out another, excuse me, spatula. So, we're going to, what did we do? We're going to go lighter this time. We're going to take this as our bronzer. I'm going to put that on the palette. We're going to take this as our blush. And put that on the palette. We're going to take this as our highlighter. And put that on the palette. Close this up. And we're done with that. And so this is what the palette is looking like. Bronzer, blush, highlighter. And this was just me just cleaning off the palette. So we're going to, I think before, my eyes are starting to tear from the fan blowing. Uh-oh. We're going to take this brush and go into the shade that we're using for our bronzer. I do use bronzer and contour interchangeably most of the time. Lately, I have been switching up and actually using contour as contour, especially when I'm using the Blim Bunny Sculpt palette that Janessa sent me. I'm going to tilt this fan a different way because my eyes are tearing horribly. So I tilted it down so it's blowing more so on my legs and not directly in my face. And so that's what we're going to leave with that. Just blending out that line at the bottom. I'm going to take a little bit more. And so we're not going below the line, we're on the line and then blending upward. Some people will say don't put your contour here because when you blend it won't come down. Well, it's not going to do that if you don't blend it down, if you just blend it upward. You see what I'm saying? And I know I talk often about paying attention to why people say what they're saying or looking at what they're doing, because I am sweating, because what they're doing may be the reason why whatever's happening is happening. We're going to take this same brush and we're going to go into the shade we're using for our blush, and we're going to put that on. And so that's something I had to learn too. Well, someone still said this and this and that, but then look at how they're doing it though. You know what I mean? So sometimes it is just technique. And that's what it is, because there is no contour bronzer down here. Even though I did what they said don't do. We're going to use the same brush and we're going to take this highlighter shade. And we're going to put that along the top edge of the blush. I love those palettes, y'all. I'm feeling like I should have used the board in the wintertime, not the summer. But once I start using my AC, it won't be as hot in here. So that is really cool. Yeah, and I wanted to say I look dewy, but I don't. I look oily. I look like I'm sweating. Sweat! This brush does not have anything on it, and I'm concerned it's going to pick up makeup if I start dabbing my face. So do I just want to go in with powder and hope that it doesn't end up looking cakey? That's what I'm going to do, and hopefully it won't end up looking cakey. Because I'm a mess right now. Oh, look at my mirror. Thank you everybody for being here. Time says, luckily it's not as hot as it's been. For who? It's 90 outside and it's 85 in here. As hot as it has been for who? And yesterday it was 85 outside and it was 80 in here. This was a clean brush and it did take off some makeup. We're going to powder down with the Fashion Fair. Oh, this heat. Yeah, we did not even have a spring, like, at all. At all. But let me toggle, make sure I'm not missing messages. Hello to the new people. I see some stalkers in here. Not stalkers. Some people that's incognito. I thank you for being here. Feel free to say hello so I can talk to you. Because I talk to everybody that comes in if I know that they're here. Thank you for stopping your scroll to see what the troll was doing tonight. We're doing a 1990s look. And she did gold glitter blush draping. And I picked that picture because of that, because I wanted to do something different than, you know, just a regular 90s eyeshadow look. And I do usually try to find a different type of picture, something that's unusual. So it is more editorial than anything else, I think, because it is on the graphic side, but it is very simplistic and very, I thought it was really pretty. And she was brown skin, so to have that gold glitter, like, it really looked nice. And I'm going to spray with the Scandinavia bridal spray, and then we're going to put on the House Lab stuff and then spray again. Hoping that all of this will lock everything in, and that even though I'm going to sweat, it'll hold things in place. That's the hope. Okay, so now, give that a few moments. I do have all my brushes out right here. So we're going to go in. Why do I have 2 blushes? Because sometimes I use 2 blushes. This is Deep Level 10 from House Labs. A little tacky, so hopefully stuff will go on. So we're just tapping in, and we're not going to go heavy with any of this, because her makeup did look minimal, but I was able to see color, you know, in her cheek area, so I do know it was something on her face. Sephora's YouTube channel, they did an episode with Pat McGrath and like her 2 assistants or whoever. And for each one, there were like 2 people working on one person at the same time. What I didn't like is the person, this is Hibiscus Haze, and we're also going to use Pomelo Peach. We're going to put on Hibiscus Haze first. The lady she was working with, the makeup artist that she was working with they were working on the same client. And the lady kept over talking Pat. So Pat would start to say something. She'd be like, yeah, da, 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 da. And that became so irritating to me because, okay, you're showcasing Pat's brand. Pat herself is right here with you, and you keep over talking her. Like, I thought it was just really disrespectful. And some of the comments was like, it would have been nice if the other person would have let Pat finish her sentences and not over talk her. And then someone commented saying that that person is usually the one who does, you know, the videos or whatever. So I think she was just doing what she's used to doing when Pat's not there, Pomelo Peach, but Pat was there. So that was annoying. The looks they did were pretty, of course. Pat uses her hands a lot. I'm just now noticing this. Like, why is that looking like that? And I didn't realize how much... Oh, I was missing makeup. Even when she puts on foundation, she'll go through with her hands and pat it on. And I thought that was interesting. So that's Pomelo Peach is here. Hibiscus Haze is back here. Now we're going to take Fire Opal, also from House Labs. Under my nose is super sweaty. So we're only going to do a little bit of this because we're going to do the gold highlight draping thing. And so this right here probably doesn't even matter except for this area right here. So we're just tapping in and tapping in And then we're blending. So that's our cheese situation today. Yo, I'm sweating. I hate the sweat. That's why I keep saying it. And I'm trying to tell myself stop saying it. I have a case of I just can't help it. I hate the sweat. Then we're gonna go in with the House Labs. This is not House Labs. This is the Hourglass palette. We're gonna use this brush. We're gonna go into Golden Bronze Light, and we're gonna just put this here. We're gonna take Radiant Light, and we're going to put that under the eye. And then we're going to take Soft Light, this one here, and we're going to put this all over the face. And I need to pat because of my sweat. With this tiger brush. This brush is tired. It's tired. We're going to spray the face again. Actually, this time with the barrier spray. And see if that'll hold better. Just moving stuff around at my station. I'm thinking I'm gonna put this in the brows again, but I'm not really sure. Or I may do it for upper lash line. I have everything out. I planned everything out, which helps me for when to tag the products to know ahead of time so it's already there, so I don't have to backtrack too much and then do that like after the fact. But here we are. So what was I going to do? Spray the face again. We're going to do the barrier spray again. Message held. We've gotten a reprieve. I'm glad y'all have. Ain't no reprieve over here. Man. Hopefully that'll... Alright, let's do the eye real quick. I'm going to use the same brush. I don't know why it even held that. You know why? Because you put D and maybe they're thinking you're talking about D. I don't know. Y'all, this stuff is so strange. Like, I don't know, like, who or what parameters, like, who came up with these words, or if it's just an AI thing where they just be like, anything that may be suspect, but, like, this stuff don't even be suspect. So, I don't know. I wasn't going to do any shadow at all, but then I said, let's just do some shadow. Groundwork paint pot, as usual. What's the temperature like where you are, Tanya? Around my nose is sweating really bad. What's the temperature out there, Tanya? When I went to get my oil change yesterday, you know they always recommend services. When I purchased my vehicle, they threw in free lifetime oil changes. And so I don't have to pay for oil changes. So I go to the dealership, get the oil change, and of course they always recommend stuff. So they had two recommendations. One, he said my coolant was low, and so they were requesting, the mechanic that was working on the car requested that I do a coolant flushing, where they flush everything out and put more fluid, more coolant in there. And I'm like, how much is that? He said $130. I said, no. Y'all, this is so sweaty. I'm gonna tilt this fan again. So then he said to me, well, you can just go to somewhere like AutoZone and just buy some coolant and just pour it in. I said, thank you. And my back brakes, which makes sense because my last oil change, they said I needed both front and back brakes. I went to a local dude that I go to. He said, no, right now you just need front brakes. And I said, okay. So he looked at it, he showed me what it was, and he showed, you know, the measurements between, you know, whatever it is in the metal and all of that. And he said, you don't need rear brakes right now. So I said, so when should I come back? He said, when you get around 80,000 miles, come back for the back brakes. And so it is tracking because I'm at 79,000 something. And so for them to say, yeah, it's almost metal to metal. So I'm like, yeah, so dude was right. So I'm going to go back over there for them to do the back brakes. I'm going to take this shade right here. Have them do that. And I'll see if they can do the coolant too. Not an entire coolant flush, but just put coolant in there. But I'm like, yeah, I never do what they request or what they recommend from there. I'll go somewhere else, which is the auto body, not the auto body, the auto repair shop near me. Because he is fair and it's a family business, but the prices are good prices. So, and every time the dealership does recommend something, I go to him and he'll be like, no, or he'll be like, well, yeah, but you could wait, you know, another couple thousand miles or whatever. So he's never like, yeah, you need this done like right now at the dealership, or we recommending this and this and that. And he'd be like, no, just do your front brakes now and come back around 80,000 miles for the back brakes. So I told you at the dealership, I'm like, I didn't come here expecting to spend extra disposable income. Well, actually, I went there not to spend any money because the oil change was free. So no, I'm not going to end up paying for this other stuff. It's like 50, it's like 85 here today since Alexandria. We had a flat tire and had to walk about a half mile to a gas station to blow up our spare tire. Oh my goodness. It's too hot for that. I kind of want to put something in the crease. All right, let's take an hourglass brush since we're using hourglass. This was an hourglass number 3. This is an hourglass number 6. Yeah. So we're just going to take, I don't want to go too dark. We're just going to take this shade. Hopefully it won't make me look dusty. We're actually going to put this in the transition area, like right up here. And again, she didn't look like she had any eyeshadow on. That didn't make no difference. None at all whatsoever. And that is okay. I am back to making my cucumber, tomato, onion salads with Gouda cheese, toss the protein in it. And that's kind of my go-to when it's hot out. Because I don't want to be eating hot food. I think we're going to go with that. We're going to see what it looks like after we do the draping. You know what? Let's go ahead and do I want to do the lip now? Let's go ahead and do the lip. The draping should be quick. Should be. It was rough. It was my lunch. You were on your lunch break, so you had to go back to work after the whole ordeal. Oh my gosh. What was I gonna do? The lip. Everything is right here in front of me, and I'm just like, what? This is Cyber World MAC lip pencil. Her lip was very neutral. Y'all know I gotta put a little bit of color. A little bit. I'm just gonna fill it in just a little bit, not much. I'm gonna close that up. We're gonna put on Aesthetic. This is MAC Lip Glass Air, and this is described as deep brown with red undertones. And this is, so yeah. So I'm doing this to blend that lip liner. Like, alright, when I'm in one spot, it's kind of back and forth. So after we do the draping and do mascara, we'll be done. That's cute. Okay. lower lash line. We're going to put that, and we probably shouldn't because it is a lighter look. We're going to take the shade we use for our transition area, and we're going to put this on our lower lash line. 61 degrees, I wish. It did go down to like 64 last night, like around like 11:30. So that did, you know, put a nice breeze here in my apartment with the fans, but it was still like 80 something in here. And so that I didn't understand, because I put a fan in front of my balcony door facing inward, so that way the cool air coming in will come through the fan and then, you know, go through the apartment. So I don't know why the temperature in here still didn't drop that much, because it was a nice cool breeze outside. That's cute. I need something upper lash line now that I put that there, because it's looking a little light. We're going to take zip down. Is it brown? Are we? Yep. I'm going to put this on our upper lash line. I wish it was 61. 61 with a cool breeze. They're talking about rain again, so I'm hoping the rain cools things off, because it'll either cool things off or it'll just make things humid. One or the other is what it'll do. Of course, I'm hoping it cools things down. Yeah, we had 0 spring. Just went straight from winter to summer. Someone brought my mail up here, and I don't know who it was. I think it was, you know what? It was the mailman. I'm going to tell you how I know. My last item from my Target order, because they split my order up into 3 shipments, came yesterday, but they left it downstairs. And I'm like, I'm not going back out today. And so today I looked up my door, because if I see my neighbor's mail, I'll bring it up and put it in front of their door. The one next to me that's in the middle. And sometimes my neighbor on the 2nd floor, she'll do that for me too. And it was also a medication delivery from the VA hospital. And so that's how I know it was the mailman, because who else is going to have access to my medication delivery? And it was small enough to fit in my box. But he knows I'm disabled, so I think he does that because he knows I'm disabled. Because it would have fit, it would have fit in my mailbox. All right, so we're going to open up this gem powder, and we're going to tap some in here, tap some in there. So I do think, I am sure it's coming. So this is the Precious Gem Powder. Man. So I'm glad this is not an intense look. Oh, I didn't need this spatula. Our Mayron mixing liquid and our dropper. No, my upper lip is so sweaty. Now my mustache area has been real disrespectful, and there is no hair there. Like, what the hell? Put the dropper in, gonna squeeze. Put the dropper in, unsqueeze. Squeeze, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna put the rest back in here. Alright, I'm gonna close that up. Because y'all know I'm clumsy and I'll be gonna knock it. I had this out for my upper lash line. But we're not using that one. Do we still want to use? Maybe we'll later. We're not. Put that away. We are going to, I don't need that spatula. That's the one we used that I wiped off. Need a brush. I'm going to take this and we're going to mix this up. The gem powder with the mixing liquid. I don't think this is going to give me, I think I need a bigger brush. It's definitely not looking like glitter. And draping is when it does come. I like this pattern, even though I didn't mean for it to be a pattern. Oh, that's pretty. I'm thinking we're going to just do one side. I think we're just going to do one side. I do think we're just going to do this one side. Ooh, I'm going to take a bigger brush. I'm going to take a clean one of these. No, we're not. We're going to take the one we used to pat down the sweat and it pulled up. So we're going to do this. And this is what it looked like. Except it was glitter, like gold glitter versus just a gem powder. The glitters are more, y'all want to put silver on top of it. Because the glitters are more reflective and more shiny, of course. I do prefer the gem powders because one is not as messy because it has a sifter. The glitters, if I'm not careful, they go everywhere. But if I do like I did with this, put the glitter in here, then put the mixing medium in it, you know, it's not messy. I like it. I am wishing I would have did more of a nude lip, but this is it, y'all. What? 36 minutes. Maybe we'll be done by 45 minutes. I'm gonna take a little bit of this glitter. Where's that spatula I had? And there's no sifter. And we're just going, I use this to scoop some out and putting it on top of the gem powder. Close this up again, because if I drop this, y'all, shit. Same brush. It's a little bit on there. Ooh! One thing I will say too about this mixing medium and the glitters and the gem powders, this was hard as hell to clean out of here. And it does say the mixing medium will make your product waterproof, transfer proof, you know, all the things. Y'all, I had to like use something to scrape up, because even putting Dawn dish detergent in here, okay, that didn't work. Okay, then I put a little bit of oil in it. It was still stuck at the bottom. I was just like, oh my gosh, that looks disgusting. This is pretty. I want more of the glitter back here, but this is dry at this point. Like, ain't nothing coming up more. My upper lip is so moist. My mustache area is real disrespectful. Yo, that glitter! You see? I see glitter particles in my hair. But that's okay. I'll wash my hair tonight when I'm in the shower. So, y'all. Oh, mascara. I do want to, where'd I put that one? I am going to go over, that glitter still got places. Because the mixing medium was absorbed into the precious gem powder. And so it wasn't much for it to stick to. That's why I got glitter in my hair. I see little particles. Oh, goodness. Alright, so we're going to put this on upper lash line, mascara, the mascara base. Do you need, I think you need, damn, you need Dora line. Where'd I put my Dora line? Over here. Inglot Dora line for the inglot liners. And you can use any mixing medium for anything. You don't have to use like the Inglot Dora line for the Inglot liners. I could have used the Mayron mixing medium for this. I just have a tendency to use within that brand, but you don't have to. So we're just going over that brown. I think that looks better with how this side is looking. I put too much water in here, but that is okay because it will dry up. It will dry. We're not going to do any wings. Oh shit, it transferred. So let's fix that. So what was that? We're going to go into that same shadow. Just put that over top of where that liner transferred to cover that up. And because we put more on that side, we're just going to put a little bit more on this side just to keep it even. Mascara base and mascara, y'all. We'll be done. Y'all, this ain't no joke. Because look at this. It's not even moving. I'm gonna have to figure out like what's the best way to clean that. Y'all. I got I'm tripping. I was gonna say I have glitter down here, but I did put some there. So this is our 1990s look editorial. We're going to the club for those who don't speak Ebonics. That's pretty. It's simple and it's just like, okay, yeah, do your thing, girl. I think I might need the toggle. I'm wondering if I'm missing comments. I like this mascara. Look at that. This is the Hella Thick from Fenty. Oh, tell me this, y'all. Can y'all hear the fans blowing? I kind of think you can. The oscillating one, I turn that up on 2. Usually I have it on number 1. This one down here, I think I have on 1. That one is close enough for me to touch it, as you know from when I bent over to tilt it. Let me know, 1, if you can hear it, and number 2, if it's annoying to you. And if it is annoying to hear, I have to figure something out. Because I don't want to completely melt sitting here. But then I also don't want, I want you to have an enjoyable viewing experience. You know what I mean? This transferred up here too. Do I want to fix it? I don't think so. Yeah, I'll fix it. I like this mascara. So we're gonna go back. This shade we use on the lid. So we're gonna cover up where that liner transferred right there. So this is how you can fix your liner when it transfers. It didn't transfer over here, but we're putting more here because we put more shadow on that side. Let me make sure I'm not missing comments. And so this, y'all, my mustache area, I am not liking it. I mean, I accept it because it's mine, but do I want to try something? I'm gonna just leave it. Okay. So this, excuse me. So this is it, y'all. Thank you for being here. So this is our 1990s editorial look. So it's like, what are you talking about? Then it's like, this is what I'm talking about. This right here. Yo, I am so sweaty. Just pretend you don't see my mustache. And so this is a look, y'all. Thank you for being here. One of our shorter lives for once or twice. I got glitter on my ear. So we are going to go. I do need to schedule our lives. I think we have 2 scheduled for next week already. But I will go ahead and put in whatever else that we're going to do. And I appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you to the new people that popped in. Thank you to the new subscribers too. And I do appreciate y'all. Replay crew, you know y'all rock. My mustache area, y'all. That is out of control. But we're going to go. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the crazy donation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon. Bye.